I was so excited. I had found my ace, the one we all dream about, the one who calls you because they can't sleep at night and they're so excited about their new business opportunity with Life Shots, the one who does their training and their strategy review within the first 2 days and shows up to their strategy review session with not 20 names, but more than 60 names, with every single space on their page filled with names of people who they were excited to talk to. And while we were going over the names, he kept thinking of more names and he kept trying to fit them into his page of all these people that he was going to talk to. He got his launch kit and started doing one-on-ones right away. The one who does an event and it's successful and everybody leaves with good energy and a lot of interest in Life Shots product and the business opportunity. And then the next day, he quits. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about Ryan. Ryan was my superstar. He was my ace. He was the person who I felt like meant that I had finally made it, that I was really going to be building a 4-year career. And I felt like he was going to bring so much credibility to my team and to the whole Denver market. And I was just over the moon excited about Ryan joining us. So when he quit, it really threw me off balance. Ryan is a health and wellness expert and in-house trainer for the company that I work at. And so, along with his knowledge about health and wellness, he just has a lot of credibility. He knows a lot of people and everyone just loves him and trusts him. And so I knew that he would be successful at this. What I didn't know was that he was going to hit the ground at a sprint. I thought he would build slowly. He was worried about time, like everybody is, and I expected that he would be building at a more slow pace than what ended up happening. And so when he started sprinting, I sprinted with him, of course, and he was just calling, multiple people every day, and I was surprised and excited and thought, wow, this is amazing. Here's my ace. And so we had his launch event and it wasn't huge, but the people who came, there was about 8 people and it was really positive energy and I felt like a very successful event. Hearing Ryan talk about the product was so inspiring. He knew so much about it and I thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing. He's our product guy. Whenever we do an event in Denver, we'll have Ryan talk about the product because he knew so much about it and he spoke from his heart, and it was just so inspiring to listen to him talk about the product and his belief in the product. And so when he called me the next day and quit, I was just really knocked off balance. And really what happened was he called me on Friday, the day after his launch event, and said, standing up in front of all those people brought some stuff up for me. And I'm not sure what this means, but I'm really tapped in to my spiritual side. And I feel like there's a message here for me and I need to meditate and I need to talk to my mentor. And I'm not sure if this is right for me. And so we agreed that we would talk the next day. And so I waited until Saturday with my heart in my stomach. And all these fears came up for me. Fear of inadequacy, fear that maybe I'm not such a great leader, fear about what it would do to my team. Losing someone like Ryan, would that make them then not believe in their ability to build a career with Life Shots? All these fears came up, and so when the phone rang on Saturday and he called, I went up to my bedroom and sat on my bed and just listened to him for about 10 minutes. And he decided that Life Shots for him right now was distracting him from his spiritual path, which is something that he's been on for about 6 to 8 years, and it's been very powerful for him, and he believes his spiritual path has saved his life. And so I, of course, could only honor him and respect him and support him in his decision. And I let him know that if he had a shift, that I would be here, and that I appreciated the opportunity that this had brought for me to get to know him better as a person, and that I had no regrets in any of the time that I had spent building with him or getting to know him, or helping build his team that first week. And so we got off the phone, and really I was devastated, and I cried for a few minutes on my bed, and then I called Kimmy. I reached out to my sponsor, and We talked about it for quite some time, and I said, you know what, I feel like I need to just take a couple of days off. I still love Life Shots. I'm very excited about it, but right now I just need time to process this and let myself be sad about losing Ryan, and just take some time to kind of get back into my enthusiasm and my excitement again about my 4-year career in my Life Shots business. And I asked Kimmy to send me something motivational to listen to over the weekend, and so she sent me Jim Rohn, who is amazing. It was the first time that I experienced listening to him speak, and what resonated with me so much that morning on my walk listening to Jim Rohn was his lesson about seeds and throwing out seeds into the field. And you have so many seeds in the field that you're harvesting and that are sprouting up all over the place. Then when something like Ryan happens, it doesn't knock you off balance so easily. And so I thought, yeah, that's so true. I just need to get back out there and start, tossing more seeds out into the field and calling more people again. And, my whole career with Life Shots, my short career, my 4 months here, has really been about leading by example. And I've taught my kids their whole life that it's important to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And, for me, I hadn't always done that in my business life. And so in real estate, I was great when I got in front of people and I did presentations, listing presentations or talking. I'm really good at finding commonality with people, and I think I've naturally always asked curiosity-based questions, so that part of Life Shots really resonated with me. But what I wasn't good at was calling people and asking them whether or not they knew someone who wanted to buy or sell a house, and I knew that that wasn't going to work for me in Life Shots, that I was really going to have to step up and lead by example and put my money where my mouth was and what I'd been teaching my kids all those years, and that I was going to have to call people and invite them. And that wasn't easy for me. That was a huge step for me. And at the time, I had been listening to a book, an audio book in the car, and one of the things that she said was, on the other side of fear is your freedom. And that really resonated with me. And so I just hold my vision true. And, still, even to this day, every now and then I get ready to pick up the call, right? You call all the people that you're comfortable calling, and then suddenly you're left with all these people that are your scaredy cat people. And so when I get ready to pick up the call and I have that moment of fear, I just push through it. And I know that I just step through that fear. And on the other side of the fear is my freedom, is my 4-year career, is my vision. And I'm able to push through that. And, it didn't hurt during that time that I was able to pull myself up by my bootstraps, that Ryan leaving actually brought 2 amazing new brand reps onto my team. One who became a 3-star within 24 hours, and within the first week signed up 6 brand reps. Every person that she signed up as a brand rep. And then brought another person to me who had actually been on my list of people to talk to, but Ryan had beat me to it, and she called and also had wanted to sign up. And so it took a few weeks of 3-way calls with Kimmy and, talking with her and coaching her, and she ended up signing up with a launch kit too. So, out of that whole experience came some blessings for sure. And that was another lesson that I'd always taught my kids, was that, things happen in life sometimes that knock you off balance. And, it's whether or not you let those things break you down, or you use them to help build yourself up, and you make stepping stones out of all of those experiences to be the best person that you can be, your best self. And so after I got invited, I was a finalist in our leadership contest, and I was told that I was going to be invited to speak. Another, comfortable with being uncomfortable experience for me. And so I sat down that night and I strategized about what I was going to talk to you guys about today. And this whole idea about Ryan came up, and I was so excited about it. And I had this whole plan, and I went to bed excited and nervous about my big day. And then the next day I get a message from Ryan, and it says, "Hey, can we get on the phone today? I actually have some questions for you about Life Shots." So guess what? Ryan's back. It was timely, and I said, wow, I don't know what do I do? Am I gonna have to change my whole speech? And I just decided that, it's still such a great, powerful lesson for all of us, and you just never know what people are going to do. And what I realized through all of this was that I really had found my ace. My ace was me. Thank you.